What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. Today we have two guests I never thought I'd have on this show, but here we are in 2025, and apparently anything's possible. Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus are here. This is wild. Come on in, you guys. So I've been following your story. Everybody has. You were on Kelly's show, Jimmy's show, you were on Oprah, and now you're here in this weird studio talking to me. How does it feel going from the North Pole to doing this whole media tour thing?
It's surreal, honestly. We've existed in mythology for so long, and now we're sitting here having real conversations with real people. Your audience is different from Oprah's audience, and that's fascinating. We get to reach different people with different perspectives.
What I appreciate about your show, Joe, is that you have these long-form conversations where you really dig into things. We don't have to give quick sound bites. We can actually explore the complexity of what's happening. That feels important right now.
Yeah, that's what we do here. We just talk. So let's talk about this name thing, because it's fascinating from a philosophical standpoint. You've been Mrs. Claus for 800 years. That's your identity. And now millions of people voted for you to change it. How do you even process that?
It's like everything I thought I knew about myself is being questioned. And at first that felt threatening, like, who am I if I'm not Mrs. Claus? But then I realized that's exactly the problem. My entire identity was wrapped up in being someone's wife.
Right, but that's been the case for a lot of women throughout history, hasn't it? Taking the husband's name, being defined by that relationship. Why is it different now? Why does it matter now when it didn't seem to matter for 8 centuries?
Because we were both unconscious of it. We didn't question it, we just accepted it as how things were done. But when I started breaking down, we had to examine everything. And once you start questioning one thing, you start questioning everything.
That's interesting. So your crisis forced her awakening. There's something almost beautiful about that in a weird way. You had to fall apart for her to come together.
Exactly. And I feel guilty about that sometimes. Like, did I need him to suffer for me to wake up? But my therapist keeps telling me that's not how it works. We were both trapped in different ways. His suffering illuminated my suffering.
So let's get into this name thing, because it's actually really interesting. You asked the world to suggest names, and now you've narrowed it down to 3 categories. Let's break them down. First one is star, names like Stella, Astrid, Esther. What does that represent?
Star represents guidance, constancy, navigation. Stars are what travelers use to find their way home. They're always there, even when you can't see them. That resonates because I've been the constant guiding force, right? Planning routes, navigating challenges, keeping everything on course.
The North Star specifically has been used for navigation for thousands of years. It doesn't move. Everything else rotates around it. That's what she's been for Christmas, the fixed point that everything else orbits around.
That's a powerful metaphor. Okay, second option is light. Names like Elena, Lucia, Aurora. How is that different from star? Because stars give light, right?
Light is more about illumination, about making things visible, about warmth and hope. It's less about navigation and more about revelation. Light shows you what's been hidden in darkness. That resonates because I'm making invisible labor visible.
So star is about guidance. Light is about revelation. That's an interesting distinction. Third option is strength. Valentina, Bridget, Andrea. Tell me about that one.
Strength is the most direct, right? It's about power, capability, resilience. Those names don't have the poetic quality of star or light, but they're undeniable. They say, this is a strong woman. No metaphor needed.
Part of me is drawn to that directness. No more hiding behind pretty metaphors. Just straight up, this is a strong, capable woman who runs Christmas. Own it. But part of me worries that's too aggressive, too confrontational.
Why would strength be confrontational? That's interesting. You're worried that being openly strong would be seen as aggressive. Where does that come from?
800 years of socialization, Joe. Women are taught to be strong quietly, to be powerful without making others uncomfortable. Choosing a name that means strength feels like I'm saying, look at me, I'm powerful, and I've been conditioned to never say that.
But you are powerful. You literally run Christmas. You manage over 1,000 employees. You handle global logistics. That's objectively powerful. Why shouldn't your name reflect that reality?
This is what we talk about in therapy. She's been so conditioned to minimize herself that even now, even after everything, she's worried about seeming too much. That conditioning runs deep.
It's fascinating, though, because star and light are also about power. They're just softer metaphors. A star is insanely powerful. Do you know how much energy a star puts out? It's incomprehensible. The sun is a star, and it's literally keeping us all alive.
I never thought about it that way. You're right. Star isn't soft at all. It's just coded as feminine because it's beautiful. But stars are violent, massive, powerful forces. That's actually perfect.
See, this is why I love these conversations. We're getting into the real stuff now. So let's talk about what each name represents beyond just the meaning. If you choose star, what are you saying to the world?
I'm saying I'm the constant guide. I'm the thing you navigate by. I'm essential to finding your way. That's powerful, but also service-oriented. I'm not the destination. I'm the thing that helps you get there.
If you choose light, what are you saying?
I'm saying I reveal truth. I make things visible. I bring warmth and hope. I illuminate what's been hidden. That's more activist in a way. It's about changing what people can see.
And if you choose strength?
I'm saying I'm powerful, and I'm not apologizing for it. No metaphors, no softening, just direct acknowledgement of capability and force. That's the most confrontational option, which is maybe why I'm scared of it.
I spent 800 years being safe, and it almost destroyed me. Safe isn't always good. Sometimes you need to do the thing that terrifies you, because that's where the growth is.
That's interesting, man. You're encouraging her to choose the thing that scares her. Not many husbands would do that. Most guys would be like, yeah, maybe go with star. That's nice and safe. I love that. What do you want them to choose? Be honest.
I don't know. That's the truth. Some days I wake up and I want to be a star, guiding and constant. Some days I want to be light, revealing and warm. Some days I want to be strength, undeniable and powerful. Maybe that's why I need help choosing.
Or maybe all three are true and you're just choosing which aspect to emphasize. You can be all of those things. The name just tells people which one to think of first when they think of you.
That's a good point. She doesn't stop being strong if she chooses star. She doesn't stop being a guide if she chooses light. The name is just the entry point.
The entry point to my identity. That's huge. What do I want people to think of first when they think of me? That's what we're really asking.
Yeah, and that's a question only you could answer. Well, you and 2 million people voting in the comments. We should probably explain how this works.
Right. So after this episode, people vote on which meaning resonates most: star, light, or strength. Whichever category wins, that determines which 3 specific names move forward to the next vote in the next episode.
Then in the next episode, people choose between the 3 finalist names. So this is a 2-step process. First, we decide what she represents. Then we decide the specific name that embodies that meaning.
I like that structure. It makes people really think about meaning before getting to the specifics. What happens after you get a name? Does everything change? Do you become a different person?
I think I'm already becoming a different person. The name just makes it official. It's like a ritual marker. Before this moment, I was one thing. After this moment, I'm another. Names have power that way.
They really do. Muhammad Ali changed his name from Cassius Clay, and it was a whole statement about identity and transformation. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did the same thing. Names are powerful.
And those were controversial at the time. People said, "Why are you changing your name? What's wrong with the name you have?" But those men knew that claiming their own name was part of claiming their own identity. This is the same thing.
Absolutely. All right, so let me make sure everybody understands how to vote. Go to the comments right now and vote on which meaning you want her name to represent. This determines which 3 names move forward to the final vote. Comment A if you want her name to mean star. That's Stella, Astrid, or Esther. You're saying she represents guidance, constancy, navigation. Comment B if you want her name to mean light. That's Elena, Lucia, or Aurora. You're saying she represents illumination, revelation, warmth. Comment C if you want her name to mean strength. That's Valentina, Bridget, or Andrea. You're saying she represents power, capability, force. Your vote determines which 3 names move to the final vote in the next episode.
And we genuinely don't know which way this will go. We're as curious as anyone to see what resonates with people.
Whatever name emerges, I promise to embody it fully, to live up to what it represents, to become that person completely.
That's beautiful. Thank you both for coming on. This was a really interesting conversation. I appreciate you guys being so open and honest about all of this.
Thank you for having us. This was different from the other shows, and I mean that in the best way. We got to really dig into the philosophy of it all.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you to everyone watching. Your vote matters. Your voice shapes my future. I'm grateful for that.
All right, everybody, go vote right now. And subscribe so you see the next episode where we find out which names made it to the final 3. Thanks for watching.